Hello, today we're going to be discussing the NMC Horizon Report, the 2016 Higher Education Edition version. My name is Ciara Marks.
And this is Hannan.
And I'm Veronica Lopez. Okay, so the first part of this report talks about the different key trends that are coming, and there's 6 of them. The long-term impact trends are like 5+ years, and these are the advancing cultures of innovation and rethinking how institutions work. And then the midterm impact trends are 3 to 5 years, and that is redesigning learning spaces. So essentially like a more innovative learning space, and they want the spaces to be more student-centered and not really like teacher-directed. They want the students to be more interactive and more engaging for the students. And then they also have the shift to deeper learning approaches, and this is going from the usual teacher asks a question, student answers, and more and like the rote learning and just like spitting out facts. They want them to do more critical thinking, more problem solving, more working together in groups, like collaborating. Just like for example, like in my school, like we're not allowed to have our kids like in rows; they have to sit in groups because I want them to do that group work. And then the short-term impact trends is a growing focus on measuring learning. So there's like this renewed interest in assessments. I mean, in Texas, we always assess everything. And then the increasing use of blended learning design. So you go from more online, like your hybrid classes where it's like half online, half in class. You want to blend that together more. So that was like essentially the part of the thing. It goes into more detail, but that's like kind of the gist of it.
Okay, I really like the redesign the learning spaces because you're so used to going into a classroom and having it look a certain way, and with the implementing more technology, I feel like that will be very helpful. To the students, not only the students, but also the learning environment of the students, and helping them to become more of a digital age like citizen and things like that. And it's very exciting to kind of see like what the learning spaces are going to look like in the next coming years, based on with the implementing more technology, integrating more technology and things like that in the classroom. Right. And I feel like the students are going to grow a lot with those learning spaces being changed around and adding new things that we wouldn't typically see in a classroom.
Right, and then you also have like your alternative seating, and like my classroom, we don't have chairs. Like we have yoga balls and things like that they sit on, and then I also have like their interactive whiteboard and things like that. Like I don't have chalkboards; I have interactive boards that I write on and pops up on their computers. So it's just
that's really cool, and it kind of
active board until in the university doing master. Okay, want to talk about the next part?
Yeah.
So it's about challenges. As with students, challenges were seen as likely to impede technology adoption, were developed through the filter of policy, leadership, and practice. And the challenges were broken down by the report authors as solvable, difficult, and wicked. Solvable where the challenges are understood and consensus exists about how they can be solved. Difficult where the challenge is understood but solution not clearly known. And wicked where even defining the challenge is difficult and more information and time will be required to yield the solution. For example, improving digital literacy was identified as solvable. And as we know, the US students rank among the lowest in the developed world in their ability to use information and communication technologies to find, understand, evaluate, and create digital information, unfortunately. But the availability of educational programs that target digital literacy makes this challenge solvable. So, and on the other hand, keeping education relevant was seen as a wicked challenge, while students are demanding on education that lead to speedy employment. The report authors note a corresponding stigma against formal vocational education programs. As a result, students often go back to more academic university programs. The effort to incorporate workforce readiness into academic experience is identified as a wicked challenge. And that's about the challenges.
I think that the to kind of go connect to what you said, the keeping the wicked challenges, that is definitely a wicked challenge, because it is, even now with like the social media and like just your own life, it is sometimes hard to kind of find a balance between like, okay, yeah, let me, kind of, it's very good distractor, very good distractor to your connected and unconnected life, just to find that balance, because so many things are going to be online and technology is going to be implemented. It's like, when will you find the balance to be able to, you know to be, what am I trying to say, I don't know, I guess to have a more cohesive life in existence, to not, be thrown off, to use too much of one thing, and, to try to limit yourself and your, I guess, exposure. That will be a challenge. I would love to see how, people will, solve that challenge, even though it's not a solvable challenge, but like how people are able to find the balance between those two.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then you also like the keeping education relevant. Like I see a lot of that with my students. Like once they're done with high school, the last thing they want to do is go into like a 4-year degree. They want that quick like trade or whatever it is, so they can like start working and start making money. And like the last thing they want to do is like go into 4 years of college debt and then graduate with a 4-year degree and then be like $100,000 in debt. Like that's the last thing they want to do. So you don't see a lot of people lately that I see like are wanting that 4-year degree. They're wanting like that 2-year trade school or that 15-month program that's going to get them in, get them out, and then rush them into the workforce so they can start making money and doing what they want to do. I think that like the 4-year degree is like starting to like really challenge people and not wanting to do it anymore just because it's expensive, and then they just don't want to do it because it's another 4 years or 6 years or 12. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to keep an education relevant will kind of, my next part will kind of connect that too.
Okay.
Okay, so some of the important developments that are to come are already in existence right now, because this report was made in 2016. The Bring Your Own Device, which is BYOD, the acronym for that. Basically, the students are able to bring their own device to school and be able to utilize that in class, which also helps the district save money and things like that. And the learning analytics and adaptive learning will be very I've seen this, like especially adaptive learning. The students are adapting their learning styles to accommodate those technologies, so it could be very useful and more impactful. The time to adoption, the horizon, 2 to 3 years. The augmented and virtual reality. We see that a lot in the gaming and things like that. It's going to change the way people perceive things. The maker spaces have become increasingly popular over the last couple of years, especially the last year, I would say so. And it's also helped students to be more creative thinkers. And I think that it's a really good thing to have in the classroom. Some of the effective computing and robotics, that's going to be exciting to see how they're going to be able to intermix the robotics with the classroom experience. And to kind of go with what Veronica was saying about the making education relevant, having them be adaptive and be able to use their own devices, and bring in the technology, and they want the quick payoff. I feel like with us, like with the class that we're taking right now, it's a completely online, and we're able to utilize some things that could help us when we, go into the next, advancement of our careers and things like that, to help us be more successful and more marketable with our careers. And it's going to empower. It's helping us to be empowered learners and be a global communicator, because we're able to communicate and connect with others that we may not have been able to do so beforehand.
Yeah, I like that, and I like the idea of robotics. I know, like at our school, we have like a robotics club where they're starting to like build, like not anything crazy, but they start building like little things, um, and it's actually like one of the most popular clubs. Is like they start learning how to build robotics slowly. So I think
Yeah.
it's really cool. Like they're learning how to rebuild computers and things like that.
Yeah, and then these changes that they have are going to be, it's going to play an important part in the decision making aspect of education, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, it's like less than 1 minute left to record
Yeah, so you want me
the
to
meeting.
stop?
To stop, we can stop it. We probably need to end